Hello, everyone, and we are doing the rites of passage with our final three. We will go down your fallen comrades and talk about your journey with them, say some things about them as much as we can. I know a couple of you, or CJ can't, some of you can't say much about them, because obviously you didn't play with them, but just say something nice, say something about their outfit or anything. But we're gonna go down and just kind of talk about a fun celebration for y'all and, taking your journey that took you to get here. So, Kevin, when you're ready.
Right. Well, what's funny is that the first person we have here, CJ, will be able to say something about because we're talking about Brianna.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
so
doing it. We're
we're
doing this. Oh,
Oh
geez.
my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, at least we have someone from each
Kevin,
tribe
yeah,
here.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was saying yeah, it's a good thing.
so I mean, obviously, super sweet girl. Didn't really get a chance to really connect with her. She was hit or miss on conversations. Obviously, we know what happened. She left. She wasn't. She left the game. Hope everything was well with her. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know her, but she seemed like a sweet girl.
Brandon, Jen, anything?
I never spoke to her. I think it was assumed me and her were going to be a final two together, but we never got to talk. So
Why was it assumed that you guys would have been a final two?
I've never met her before. I'm joking.
Oh.
I was
Well,
like,
let's see if the next person is also someone that assumed that maybe Brandon would be a final two with. Let's go ahead and
Yeah,
talk
do
about
it to Caitlin.
Kaylin.
Oh, my boy.
Icon.
uh,
Look at this picture. This picture
so.
is just giving.
So I
It is
love
absolutely
I
giving.
I love Kaylin. But like I don't know like what happened. Like if he or they, I'm not sure their gender, but if they did not know like the game was going on or whatever. But I mean, obviously I would have loved I never got to speak to them. So but I do know them outside of this, so that they're wonderful people. So.
I also have never spoken to them, but I do not know them outside of the game, and I wish I had the opportunity. And same thing with Brianna. I wish I had gotten the opportunity to meet them both.
Yeah, Kalen
Mhm.
looks like they would be iconic. Truly.
Well, if there's anything else we want to say about Kaylin, all right, we'll move on to our next person.
Oh,
Someone I
and
think
Jen, pause. Where'd Jen go? Oh, Jen just went off camera. I thought she dropped out. Okay.
no, she's just off camera.
Sorry, I'll be back on camera in a
No,
second.
no, you're good.
She
I
got
just didn't.
emotional over Brianna and Kalen.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it.
I just generally didn't want to make sure she didn't drop out of the Zoom.
No, she's good. Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to someone that some of you might have something to say about. Let's go ahead and talk about Taylor.
I could talk about Taylor. Yeah, I was on his OG tribe. Yeah, I wish I got to know him better. We never end up getting on a call. We exchanged some messages. He told me he did community theater, and he seemed like he's a big musical guy, and he seemed like he had a fun personality. And I wish we stayed on the same tribe because he seemed good at comps too. But yeah, we never quite got there. I think him and Dennis had a little thing going on, which made me a little sketch. But yeah, Taylor seemed like a nice guy. Sad to see him go so early. He got kind of swap screwed.
For me, I never was on the same tribe as Taylor. Obviously, I know him from like he hosts games and stuff like that. Awesome person. Wish I would have got a chance to actually like play with him or be on the same tribe, but I didn't. So I don't really have a whole lot. But I know them outside in the org community, and they're wonderful. So.
So I did get to play with Taylor, and unfortunately, it was when he they got really screwed with the four tribes of four thing because of the way that that twist worked. They really, really did get swap screwed, and I felt so bad because the options were so limited, but it just it ended up being between him and I. So obviously I have to stay. But I mean, he like it sucked because he like was so sweet, and I really enjoyed getting to meet him and talk to him. So I was very upset when he left, but um, I hope he's doing well.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say about Taylor? All right, let's go ahead and move on to a next victim of potential swap fucking. Let's talk about Jazzy.
Jazzy.
Uh, Jazzy, my queen. Jazzy is genuinely one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my entire life. Um, I'm coming back on camera for her. No,
Just
I was just ready to come back. But she is truly such a gem and just like these like the kindest soul in the whole entire world. And when she got voted out, I was so sad. Like literally, I was not expecting her to go
yeah.
this like that early. And so when I saw that, I was like, no, not Jackson. So it stung.
Yeah, I remember being a bit in shock when she got voted out because the round before the Morables voted together and then she was informed that she
Yes.
left, and I was like,
I
what?
I still don't even know what happened. I never asked around because it was so early. I was like, I don't want to, cause any problems or anything. So I just never asked. But
For me personally, I never. It's another one I didn't get a chance to actually play with. I don't actually know Jazzy outside of this game in the org community, but I wish her the best. I mean, obviously she sounds like a wonderful person, but I do not know her and I didn't get a chance to play with her. So,
yeah, she had just she's like I've known Jazzy for years. She actually was at my wedding
Oh wow.
and she had taken like a little bit of an org break. So I was so
mm,
I was like surprised to see her playing this game because I was like, I don't know anybody in the Facebook community, so I don't know. I don't know. And then I saw her, I was like, oh my God, this is so great. And then we were on the same starting tribe. I was like, oh my
right.
God, not me and Jazzy on the same tribe. But yeah, I love
All
her.
right. Well, is there anything else you want to say about Jazzy?
Can I do the next one, Kevin? This one
Yeah, you
stings.
can.
My lovely, one of my beautiful best friends. Can we go ahead to Jackie, who I love dearly?
Um, I'll start here with Jackie. I've been knowing Jackie for a long time. I absolutely adore Jackie. I ended up she finally got to come over to play with me on a tribe for like one challenge, I think it was, and then we swapped after that. For me personally, Jackie is a very good player. Um, Socially, and she's decent and also good at certain comps. And for me, this is like one of the people I would say like I was shocked that she did not make merge. This is kind of one of the pre-merge robbed players in my opinion.
I agree. I agree
Yeah,
completely.
yeah. Me and Jackie were on the same tribe for a bit. And on a personal level, like we were vibing. The first thing she said to me was that like she was friends with Kesslin, and me and Kesslin played a game together where he was like my boy, and I was like, oh shit, Kesslin, and like I really wanted to work with Jackie. But then, like, we're our tribe lost. We're getting to a vote. And we got on a call, and I was waiting for her to give me something in the game. I'm like, let me know who you want to work with, what you want to do. And she gave me absolutely nothing. And I'm like, I wish we could do something together, but you've given me nothing. And then, yeah, we
See,
voted
for
her out.
me, she really had my back in the round that Taylor went home, and so we were on like an OG tribe together. And I never met her before this game, but I felt like I was connecting really well with her, and so for her to go, especially right after Jazzy, I was like, no, I'm losing everybody that I thought I was gonna be going deep in this game with. So I really really enjoyed getting to meet Jackie in this game. She's great. So I hope I get to see her in a game again.
Yeah, I agree. She was such a vibe. I wish we could have
Yeah,
been in
really
a
good
game where we
vibe.
actually had the chance to really work together. But
All
yeah,
right.
I agree. She was robbed.
All right. Is
Yep.
there anything else you want to say about Jackie? All right.
She had
Well, we
fun
went.
parting words too. I enjoyed her being
Yes.
like, y'all are all screwed.
All right. Well, we went through all our swap victims. Let's get through our victim of emergatory here. Someone I think all of you will
Oh,
have something to say
geez.
about. Let's talk about Dennis.
Dennis.
Oh my gosh. For me, this one stings a lot. I love Dennis. Obviously Dennis was on a cruise. I don't want to go into all the games thing, strategy and all that, but this one really stung. Something that I definitely did not want to pull the trigger on. I love Dennis. I hope we can be friends outside this game. So
I wish I got to speak with him more. I mean, we were on a tribe for a little bit together, but I think just the timing between, things in my life and then he went on his cruise, we just really didn't get a chance to connect. But I mean, like he was very positive energy and always joking around in like the tribe chat and stuff. So he always brought that positive energy, which I really, really enjoy. So I was sad to see him go. And yeah, I really liked his vibe as well.
Yeah, on like a personal level, Dennis, like he was fun to talk to. I enjoyed our
Hmm.
conversations. He's the
Yeah.
kind of dude I'd love to like get a beer with. On a game
Yes.
level, it was clear he was trying really hard. He got the beware advantage like right away, and it was
Mhm.
very obvious he had it. And I kept giving him a chance to tell me. He kept being like, "There's like advantages out there, isn't there? Like they're probably idols." And he's like, "Yeah, probably, man, probably." And I'm like, "Dennis, like just tell me, dude. Just tell me you have it. I know." And then when he finally told me, he's like, "Bro, you're the only person I'm telling. You're not going to believe this. I have an idol." I'm like, "Yes, Dennis, I know. Everyone knows. We're
Everyone
all
knew.
well aware."
yeah, I
Um,
knew.
that was the only time I was truly blindsided was when Dennis left. I was in shock. I was like, "What just happened?"
Right.
Yeah, that was the round that the advantage was played on me to negate 2 votes. So
And Dennis had an idol in his pocket. There were six
yeah,
people, and he felt safe enough not to play it. It was wild.
yep.
And
Well,
to
I
be
thought he would
fair,
play his idol.
He wouldn't have went
not
home.
because he didn't feel safe. He was on the cruise. He did tell us after he was on the cruise and he lost connection. It was too late to play his idol at that point.
Mm.
Like by the time he won connection, we were already reading the vote. So
Take
I
his
Um,
felt
word for it.
so yeah.
Would have
well,
been a very different game if Dennis played that.
yeah, if he plays his idol, he doesn't leave right there, even
But
with the 2 negated votes. So
yeah, no, Slater wanted Dennis gone just because Dennis was friends with Mike. That was really it.
Crazy.
He made
Well,
the ultimate crime of being friends with Michael. Sorry, Dennis, you paid the price.
if there's not anything else to say about Dennis, let's talk about who would have gone if Dennis did play that idol. Let's talk about Jesse.
No,
Great segue, Kevin. Great segue.
no, dare you? Oh.
So I'm gonna start off with this one. Jessie was wonderful. Obviously I started with her. OG Tribe. Basically working with her and AJ and Slater. Um, this one was really tough for me as well. But at that point it was kind of me or her in that situation. But I do love Jessie. Outside of this game, she's wonderful, and I enjoy playing with her.
Yeah, I love Jessie. I hosted her once, or twice. I hosted her twice. She is so sweet, so kind. Like when I host her in Power Grab shows, be like, "How's Prod doing? Like, how are you?" And like I've never played a game with Jessie before, so I was excited to finally get to actually play with her. And yeah, no, we were working well together. And I definitely wanted to go further with Jessie. Yeah, she's just so sweet. She's so fun to play with. Like she brings such a good energy. And then yeah, we had the split tribal, and like I was on the other tribal where we had our own problems. So I'm like, I'm not going to stick my neck out to try and save Jesse on the other side. And then AJ told me that he pushed to get Jesse gone because she would always be loyal to Slater and she had to go. And then he told Slater that
That's
he
true
pushed to
though.
get Jesse gone because she'd only be loyal to me and he had to protect Slater. I think
Oh,
she would have been more loyal
AJ.
to me
She
than
was
Slater,
she
to be honest
was
with you.
she was 1,000,000% going to be loyal to Slater.
I
That is
disagree, but
I love Jesse. Jesse was also at my wedding. Um,
jeez.
but I will say, I don't think Jesse wanted to work with me in this game because of just the way the cookie crumbled, and that's okay. I love her to death, and she and I have worked very well in games in the past together, and it just doesn't always work out. And I was sad to see her go,
Yeah.
but I love her dearly, and she is a really good friend of mine. So she was another person I was shocked to see being on the cast, but like in a good way.
yeah, Jesse also kind of introed me to Jen. So, thank you, Jesse.
All right. If there's anything else we want to say about Jesse real quick. All right, let's go ahead. We went through all the pre-jurors. Let's go through the jury here. The
No,
first
absolutely
person,
fucking not.
you know it's coming, Brandon. Let's talk about
Bye.
the victim of safety chain himself, Jody.
Oh man. Uh,
King.
I guess I'll start. I mean, I didn't really get a long opportunity to really get to know Jody too well. I mean, I play with them some. Comp Beast, like, oh my God, like ultimate Comp Beast, probably top two, top three of this cast. Um, you know, he went out on a safety chain. So basically seried out. Yeah, he was a big threat to win this game. So, yeah, I wish him the best though.
I'll go last.
Okay. I never met Jody before, and I won't name names, but there was somebody in the game that told me that I should not trust Jody. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'll keep that in mind. And then I met Jody at the merge, and I love Jody. I literally had such good conversations with Jody, and it was, like I wasn't expecting to just because of that one thing that that one person said. But, I guess that is a reason why you should, everyone has different experiences with everybody. So, take what people say with a grain of salt because you never know. And like, again, these are all just little games. So, people get mad at things that happened in prior games and then they worry that it's going to carry over to the next game. So whatever. But yeah, I really, really, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with Jody, obviously. And I wish I got to spend more time with Jody because uh, he's really lovely.
Not bad.
Sorry,
Jody.
I mean, it's fine because it was either him or me. So.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Jody. I love Jody. He was one of my day ones. Like we swapped on every tribe together. We were very close up in the pre-merge. We talked a lot. We talked a lot of personal stuff. We had some really good conversations. We talked a lot of game. And we had a good thing going with Slater until Slatered. But yeah, no, ultimately, like coming into that split tribal, I think Jody kind of knew that if Dan was immune, he would be the one leaving. And then he kind of signed his own death warrant because I was like, hey, I got to pick someone first for the safety chain. Is it okay if I pick Jen first? And he's like, yeah, we shouldn't let people know how close we are. And I'm like, okay, bet. And then I promised Jen I'd pick her. And then it was only between him and Jen. And I was like, I promised Jen I'd pick her. You told me I could do it. No, Jody's a great dude. I'm sorry. I felt terrible letting you go, but the long story short, I had 1 2 minute phone call with Jen, and I trusted her more than I trusted you. Sorry, bud.
All
It
right.
was great playing with you. I hope to see you again sometime.
All right. Well, if we don't have anything left to say about Jody, we go to our next person. As the teams dissolve, we all come back together, and we got to talk about the first person that was voted out as a tribe. Let's go ahead and talk about Dan.
Hey,
Dan, that was a rough round. That was votes were flying all over the place. Dan was on my OG tribe. He was lovely. I really enjoyed getting to meet him. I wish we got to talk more. He was somebody that like I felt like I was gonna like I felt like he was gonna be my person for a little bit, and then we just ended up not really clicking on a game level as much as in my head when I like first impression type of deal. But I really really like him, and um I it's what else is there to say? He's funny, he's like charming, and he needed to go when he did because he was great at everything.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I didn't start off with Dan. Didn't really get a chance to get to know them till merge. Like Jen said, just really good at everything. had really, really strong ties with Slater and AJ. I think this was probably the one time that I did waver away from Slater and AJ. Me and AJ kind of went on our own to try to make sure that Dan, this was one of the times that the first time for me that the vote was like it was super close between me and Dan. So yeah, great player. Love to get to know him more outside the game, but definitely a big threat and could have won the game as well. So
Yeah, no, I mean Dan, great competitor, great at the competitions. He wasn't someone I was working with, but we talked personal in our chat. We got on a few calls, and I loved his personality. Like I wish we could have linked up earlier and really formed something together. But by the time we tried to, it was like we were in that split tribal, and it was pretty obvious that if Slater
mhm.
didn't save him, he was going to be the one going. I don't think we could ever get over that hump. But yeah, no, Dan was great. I really loved talking to him. I loved playing with him, and ultimately, like he the night he went home, he had thrown my name out there, so it's like I wasn't too sad to see him go that night, but was great playing with you. I hope to see you again sometime, Dan.
All right. Is there anything else we want to say about Dan? All right. Well, we move on from Dan to the next person. Let's go ahead and talk about Topher.
So Topher, another, there was a lot of comp beats in this cast. I've played a lot of games with Topher. I worked with Topher, I worked against Topher. In this game, even though I believe Topher probably voted me out one time, I was 100% loyal to Topher. I did not vote him out. But at the same time, like, he's another one, like, if he got closer to the end of the game, he could have won out and potentially won the game. I have a lot of respect for Topher outside of this game in the community. As a human being, I absolutely adore Topher. I love him. So love you, Topher.
Yeah, me and Topher had some fun chats, but we kind of landed on opposite sides. And like at one point, I tried to see if I could work with him. We got on one phone call. It lasted for I don't know a half hour, and we both were just lying to each other the whole time, like very clearly lying to each other. I don't think either of us were actually interested in working with the other, but I enjoyed playing with him. Seemed like a cool dude. Uh, and yeah, I mean, he was a bit of an op, but it was a fun time. I'm glad I got to play with Topher.
He was an op, and he similarly to Dan, like I did feel close with Topher at the beginning of the game. He was on my starting tribe, and I felt like I had great conversations with him, like very frequently, and I was sad to leave him when we swapped. And then again, when we got back together in the merge, it just wasn't there anymore. Yeah, I think he had other bonds with other people from, again, I don't know. I didn't know most of the people in this game, so I really don't know what connections people have with each other or if that was a factor or not. But I really enjoyed getting to know Topher. I even shot him a message like the round before he left. I was like, I loved getting to hang out, like meet you in the beginning of this game, and like what happened to that? Like, let's get back to that. And I never heard from him, but I know it's like such a weird line when it's like you're obviously like not really working together, and like, what do you say? Um, without lying. But I really liked getting to know Topher. He has the same name as my husband, which not many people do, so that was pretty fun. And yeah, I really like him. He's a really cool dude, and wish him the best.
Topher, last thing I want to say, Topher was someone that I could kind of genuinely like be myself because obviously like I'm a wrestling podcaster on top of construction worker, so like he was a big fan of WWE and wrestling, so like I had so many conversations with Topher about wrestling, so
Oh
like
my God.
he's
You
my
should meet my husband, Topher, because he also is a huge
oh
WWE.
cool, yeah, I would love to, yeah, that'd be awesome. I love Topher though. He helped me like mentally like go through the game because I could like escape talking about the game and just talk about like stuff that I'm doing in my podcast. And yeah, shout out to Tober. Great guy.
Yeah. One time he told me he was thrift shopping with his grandma. I'm like, that's such a vibe.
That is
Um,
iconic. I
Also,
love
I
that.
when the season's over, I need to know. When we got on the call, he told me he had never been to the Emerald City, and my bullshit meter went off. But I need to know if he was telling me the truth because that would be fucking wild.
I
We'll
feel
find
like
that
that's
out
gotta be a
tomorrow.
lie. I feel like that's gotta be a lie.
That's what I thought. I'm like, there's no way that's true.
I think everybody went.
I
Yeah.
think everybody went.
There's no way.
No,
But I'm like trying to think like
I probably went
like
the least though.
After I got on the call, I like looked at my notes and I felt like there were specific times where I'm like, no, I think Topher definitely went.
like if my because I feel like the first time I went it was early enough. I mean, I don't remember. It was early. So it like was it on OG Marble and we got it for winning that? I don't know. I don't remember. But I feel like he definitely has to have.
Had to have, yeah.
Well, we will find out all the Emerald City tea on the
Yes.
reunion tomorrow. So, but while we do that, let's talk about the man of very few words.
Nope, I'm good.
Oh wait, no, it's not. I messed up the order. Let's talk about Slater.
I'll start. Slater, I love Slater. Slater was somebody that I was working with the entire game. I did not vote Slater out. I was loyal to Slater all the way until he stepped out of Survivor Radical Doors. Slater had a great game plan, but I think he overplayed some things, playing two idols and stuff. So yeah, I love Slater. And we're gonna be we're good friends, so I'm definitely gonna talk to him after it's over with.
I have a lot to say about Slater, so if you want to go first, Jen, go for it.
Slater. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. I really enjoyed getting to know Slater. I'd never met him before this game. We didn't connect really on a game level that much. Almost all of our conversations were like personal. But he was a good vibe. I enjoyed talking to him. Obviously like I was working with people that he was not working with, so it just wasn't working out there. But I mean, the extent of our game talking conversations would be like, I'm not gonna vote you. I'm not gonna vote you either. Until I did vote for him. Oops. But no, he's a really cool dude. And a phenomenal game player. This game is.
But okay, let's not flatter Slater too much. Okay, his ego doesn't need it.
You know what?
He's a good player though. He's a really good player.
He is a good player.
Now I'm supposed to say nice things.
I was gonna say,
about him.
Brandon, thoughts on Slater?
Yeah, I've known Slater for like years at this point. I hosted him twice. I had I want to say honor of playing Power Grab 12 with him and Kevin. We were all in an alliance together. And that game did not go well. And then I found him on this cast. And I was like, well, here we are again. And, the first time we played together, we worked together for a while and things were good. And then we broke up and then we fought. And then, I'm like, you know what? Why don't I get back together with my ex? And that's what I did. And for a while, things were good. It's like you remember all the good times you had back in the day when, there was love. And then the red flags start to pop up again. It's the whole time me and Slater were in a blood feud. We're actually messaging back and forth in our DMs being like, it's really fucking funny that we've recreated our entire arc from Power Grab 12. Where we, like, in this game, me and Slater, I had an end game deal with Slater where I legitimately wanted to go to the end with Slater for a while. And then, we had an alliance. It was me, Jody, Shanice, and Slater. And I get in a call with Slater, and I told him I wanted to... I'm not going to go into too much detail, but long story short, he really wanted Dennis out. I said, Dennis has an idol. It's a terrible idea. And then as an alliance, we agreed to vote out CJ. Sorry, CJ. And then we get to the vote, and suddenly he had corralled all these votes to vote out Dennis. And then we get on a call with Slater, and he's like, our alliance, and he's like, I did it, guys. I did it. And we're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you didn't tell any of us you were doing that. And that's when me, Jody, and Shanice decided that we are now in a blood feud with Slater. And yeah, the war raged on. Shots were fired, and this time, unlike last time, I won the war. Last time he got the drop on me and blindsided me, but not this time. But no, I love Slater as a human being. He's actually a friend of mine in real life. And even the whole time in this game, when we were like publicly fighting, we were DMing each other all the time, just kind of laughing at what was going on. Um, and then like the day before he voted out, he sent me a message and was like, "We should get back together." And we had a long call where I pumped him for information. But yeah, nah, I love Slater. You're a good dude. I'm not going to say you're a great game player. You are a game player for sure. You play a lot of games, and one day you'll take that crown, Slater. One day. But I should probably say nice things now. You're a funny dude. In like real life, I know how fun and kind and amazing you are, but I hope to never play a game with you again. Love you, Slater.
All right. Well, we go from a person that a finalist might have a lot to say about to another finalist, to another person a finalist might have a lot to say about. Let's talk about now. We talk about the man with very few words. Let's talk about AJ.
Oh man. I'll start, I guess, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
So for me, and I touched on this. Obviously, you guys will see it after the season's over. But me and AJ, we absolutely could not stand each other for the longest time. When I saw AJ was in the cast, I was like, "Oh my God, this is going to be terrible." AJ was first person to reach out to me. Like I said, like we had like an hour and a half call. I he, we apologize. Uh, Now, like me and AJ are super close. I worked with AJ the entire game. I know how AJ plays because I played hundreds of games with him. But I was loyal to AJ all the way until AJ left as well. And I'm thankful that I was able to play this game with AJ because he helped me kind of get out of my element into a game like this. And he always kept lifting me up because I was always so down on myself about getting votes or not being able to win a comp. I love AJ, and our friendship's going to go well beyond this game. So,
Yeah, no, on a personal level, like me and AJ really connected. We had some very, very deep and serious personal talks. And like, I want to be very clear that like that was not part of me like trying to get him on my side. That was me connecting with another human being. And I'm glad I did. And I definitely want to be friends with AJ after this. Yeah, I felt badly about how things ended between us. We were working together, but also he lied to me a lot. And I was able to keep track of all the lies, and he often admitted that he was lying to me. And it was just hard to trust him on a game level, even though I really loved him personally. And yeah, he had some words for me on the way out. It'll be interesting to see his reaction at Final Tribal, but I love you, dude. I'm very, very glad I got to play with you. And yeah, I hope we can talk after this because you're really a very unique and amazing human being.
He really is. Unique is such a good word to describe him. Like he's really, you can tell, like, I mean, I didn't really get to know him too much on a personal level because he and I were butting heads the entire game, literally since the first tribal, um, where I mean, he lied to me literally every round. And AJ, you need to work on your lying. Very good at it. And I say that with love. No, I'm teasing, but I really you do light up the room, and it's not easy to do that. And I think that you have a way to make people feel comfortable that isn't easy. And obviously, I think that has, you do that, you kind of do that for a living. Um,
yep.
but it was truly, I'm not the kind of person, and we talked on call. I'm not the kind of person to take these games personally or anything like that. So I hope we can be friends after this because I really think that you're a really cool person, even though we were butting heads the whole time.
Yeah, I
Shout
will say.
out,
After you, CJ.
shout out to the live cam girls and AJ and Slater, the first alliance, live cam girls.
That's crazy.
Radicals. Yeah, I will say I think one of my favorite moments of the season was when I was on call with AJ after the Dan vote, and he's like, "I got to tell you something." I'm like, "What's up, AJ?" And he's like, "I was the one who voted for you." And I was gooped and gagged, and I was like, I would have never saw that coming, dude. Like, I'm glad you told me, but like, I would have never saw that coming.
All
Wild.
right. Any more thoughts on AJ?
Love
All
you,
right.
AJ.
Yes. All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the next person here. I think all of you will have quite a bit to say about.
No,
Let's go ahead and talk about, yes, Brandon. Let's go ahead and
not
talk
ready.
about Denise.
I'll talk first. I fucking love Shanice. She was my day one. She was my ride or die. We played this game together every step of the way, and she was just such a delight to talk to and to get to know. And like, we would just shoot the shit for long periods of time while she was like getting ready to go. She had like such an exciting life. She was always like out and about and like going to a party or like going on a date or something while I sat at home and did nothing. But no, she was a great ally. She was very loyal. We pulled off a lot of moves together, and I am very grateful I got to play this game with her and that she left without me voting for her. I was sad to see her go. That whole night was tough. Not being able to communicate to people and not knowing exactly what was going to happen, but I am very glad I got to play with Shanice, and she's definitely someone who's going to be a friend. So I love you, Shanice. I'm so sorry you got robbed in sixth place. Blame Michael.
For me, I don't know Shanice like outside of the community, like first time I ever played with her, but I can say like I feel like my game was had a little bit of light to it once I met Shanice because she's so like positive, uplifting. Obviously, like I got into an alliance with her and Brandon, and both of them kind of kept me, I love the conversations that I had with Shanice. She was super loyal. She always told me like if I was getting votes, if I wasn't getting votes. She was one of the few people in the game that I actually believed everything that she told me. She definitely would be someone to take home to mom. Um, I love Shanice. I was loyal, like I said we formed an alliance, closer towards the end of the game, and I also did not vote her out. And I was she could. I think if she gets to the end, she probably wins the game. She was super good.
She was a
Great player.
competitor. She won all those immunities.
Yep,
Like,
yep,
But
great
I don't
player.
even think she needed to.
yeah,
That
I
was the
agree.
crazy
No,
part.
no,
Yeah.
she was well rounded and just amazing human being.
Yeah, I agree. Shanice, I met her out before this game. I actually hosted her in a game that she played with my husband, and my husband like brutally robbed her. It was awful. So when I saw her on the cast, I was like low-key nervous that she was gonna hate my guts because of my husband. But once we merged, we got on a call, and I was like, I hope you don't hate me. And she was like, Of course I don't hate you. That's stupid. Why would I hate you? And we vibed really well. And she is truly just an absolute gem. And voting her out was super hard. I literally did not want to do it, and I almost didn't do it. But I just my gut told me I had to, and I mean my gut was right because I had no idea that my name was getting written down. But again, that round was just a fucking blur. So I did feel less bad when I saw she wrote my name down.
Yeah.
But it really still sucked. It was a really sucky round overall. And I love Shanice dearly.
Yeah. Thank you, Shanice, for sending me that idol. That was dope. And also, fun, quick little tidbit. The first conversation we had, Shanice sent me a message and she goes, OMG, I think we met in real life. And in my head, I'm like, I have no recollection of meeting Shanice. So I guess like took an educated guess. I'm like, oh, did we meet at OTE last year? And she was like, no. I'm like,
Did you
oh.
guys meet?
Yeah, we met at the Survivor 48 premiere party in the city.
Oh,
And then
cool.
once she said that, I was like, oh yeah. Like I did remember meeting her, but like I didn't remember I met her there.
That's
But yeah,
really
we like
cool.
met briefly. Like we maybe had like a 2 minute
Yeah,
conversation.
that's super cool.
She was with like other friends of mine who I knew, but I was like, oh shit, that's so cool. We've met before.
All
Yeah,
right.
love
Well,
Shanice.
do we have anything else to say about Shanice?
Robbed. Absolutely.
All
Absolutely
right.
wrong.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to our next person here. Let's go ahead and talk about Michael.
Yeah. I'll join you at Final Trouble. Bye.
Oh, that's crazy. I'll start. I love Michael. Michael was my ride or die in this game. Um, we were together from the beginning. We swapped a lot together. Um, my baby's getting sad. No, I'm just kidding. Um, but I literally like absolutely love Michael so much. He like literally brought me sanity in this game. And he was like the one person in the game that I felt like I could be completely honest with 100% of the time. And so when he pulled off this move on Shanice, that was when I like it kind of just like I don't know, something inside of me, a gear switched. I was like, I have to cut him. But my heart couldn't do it. So that's why I was like, I knew he was going, but I just in my heart I could not vote for him. So it was just heartbreaking because I absolutely love him. And yeah, he's just a great person.
Yeah, no, Michael's my dude. He was the one person when I saw the cast where I was like, yeah. Me and him, we played Vanquish together earlier in the year, and he was like, we were like really tight allies. And then I got cut at the beginning of Merge, and he was like, out of 11 people, he was the one person that didn't vote for me. Even though he knew I was leaving, but that's neither here nor there. But then, like, I voted for him to win, and I stumped for him on the jury, and like, I knew that like playing this game with him, we could connect. But then, like, we were separated for so long, and we get to the merge. I'm like, oh, I don't know if like too much game has passed for us to actually work together. So we get on a call, and the first I don't know half hour is just us absolutely bullshitting each other, and like we know we're bullshitting each other. And then I'm like, hey, Michael. He's like, yeah. I'm like, you want to tell me about the Beware advantage? He's like, oop, you got me. And that's when like shit started spilling. And I told him about the safety chain, and we started like actually communicating again. And I really wanted to work with him. And I think like Slater did me a huge favor taking out Dennis because like I didn't know if I could work with both of them. But once Dennis was gone and we were united against Slater, I was like, the boys are back. We ride again. And yeah, we played so much of this game together. Like me and Michael would get on like hours long strategy calls and just shoot the shit and talk about life and talk about the game and how we were feeling. And I always loved playing with Michael, and I feel absolutely terrible about how it ended. But I knew at a certain point, I think it was around the time Touchy Subjects happened, where he won most likely to win, that I couldn't sit next to him. Slater kept saying he was like, "You're playing Michael's game. You're playing for Michael to win," and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to get to the end myself and make a case for myself. So, Michael, I love you. I am, but also you flipped on Shanice. So you know what? That upset me. That made me sad. And then he was mad at me. He was mad at me that he flipped on Shanice because he was like, "Well, you would have voted me out." I was like, "Damn straight, I woulda." Uh, and then I spent a while trying to rage bait him into voting for me because I had an idol, and I think that just made him more angry. Wasn't the best idea. But I'll see you at Final Tribal. I know we'll be good after the game. I'm really not like I definitely don't think you're gonna vote for me, but like I know we'll be good after the game. We'll talk it out. It was just a game move. You know I fucking love you to death, and even though you were upset in the moment, I did what I had to do, and I stand by it. But yeah, Michael is an amazing human being. He's very, very kind. He's very funny. He's very smart. He's a phenomenal game player. I voted for him to win in a game. I'm seeing him at Final Tribal. Man, is scary at Final Tribal. So all the respect in the world to Michael. Voting you out was genuinely just a sign of respect. Great game, Michael. Great dude. You're the best.
For me, I had my first video phone call with Michael after the dentist vote out, and I think from that point forward, me and Michael had. I do appreciate the Sandra, the Sandra comparison and saying I have no shot to win. But the thing is like at the end of the day, like Michael called me, he's like, "Oh, what happened with the dentist thing?" And obviously, I'll go into that, when we get to that. But Michael was actually trying to like work with me to an extent, but there was just I knew how great Michael was, and I also knew if he got to the end that he was going to win this game. And like I know he said I lied about this, lied about that. Everybody in this game lied. So like I don't want to listen to all that. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I had to tell Michael what he wanted to hear. Because I wasn't sewed in with Michael. I wasn't, he wasn't a part of someone, a group that I was working with. But amazing human being. Like he did tell the truth a lot of the times. The last round that he went home, obviously, he was trying to get me to go opposite way. Brandon, obviously is where he wanted me to go, or Jen.
He
Uh,
didn't even vote for me.
so yeah, I almost went home against Michael. It was like 4-3 or something like that. So much respect. Michael's a great guy, and 1,000,000% he wins this game if he gets to the end. So hopefully, I first game I've ever played with him. Hopefully, we can be friends afterwards. Shout out to Sandra Diaz and the comment for Survivor. Love you, brother.
I also enjoyed when he was trying to get us to fight in the main chat, and I just went to
Yeah.
your DM. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not doing
like
it.
he's
Like,
like who he's like who I messaged Brandon and I was like, I'm not even going to
yeah,
respond to
I'm like,
that.
I'm not fighting in the main chat right now. Like,
Who
that shit
who
ain't
was
happening.
responsible for that? But like, who was that?
I
Shanice?
I wanted to see the fights. I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Like who pushed the boat on Jen or something like that?
Oh, it was Shanice, by the way. Shanice was the
It
one who kept
was
saying that.
it
Yeah.
was, and I was actually telling the truth about that.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, as we do we have anything else left to say about Michael?
Love you.
My boy,
All
boy.
right. Well, as we talk about fights, let's talk about someone who had to fight her way through fire making and just couldn't quite do it. Let's talk about the last person here, Adrian.
Adrian! Yeah,
My queen.
Adrian might be my
uh
favorite person on the cast. Like, me and
Same.
her, the first, sorry, Jen.
No, go.
The first half of the game, like, we only messaged, and in message, she is not super expressive. Like, I'd be like, hey, how are you? Good. Or like say
mhm.
good morning. She'd just say good morning. Or like we barely and then like finally I was like, yeah, I should try getting on a call with Adrian. We get on a call and she has this like big and fun and interesting personality. I'm like, oh my god, I love her so much. And she like talks game and like is a good game player and is interesting and like I wish we had connected earlier. We connected like partway through the merge and we got close really quickly. And she was definitely someone I wanted to go far with. And genuinely I did want to sit in the end with her and Jen. That was the plan. But like yeah, I love you, Adrian. You're the best. I enjoyed all our game talks, and like she really like when like she made the move on Shanice. I was like, damn, I didn't know she had it in her. Like she really pulled it out, and then she voted
I
Michael
was
out too. Like
I wasn't expecting her to vote for Shanice
I
at
didn't
all.
I didn't think she was gonna vote Shanice.
she
I
told me
did,
she wanted to, and I thought I talked her out of it, but now she could not
yeah,
be talked out of it. Like she wanted to take out Shanice and Michael,
yes,
and just like run to
yeah.
the end. And I'm sorry, Adrian. I wish I'm happy to I'm happy to be sitting with you as well, CJ. But I wish you also had a shot to pitch your case. You're great, Adrian. Much love.
For me, I do know Adrian. She hosted me. She is by far one of the most positive human beings. I hated to be in a situation, as I said, to Adrian, the other night on the call. Had I won the Final Four comp, I love you, Brandon and Jen as well. But I was taking Adrian 100%. And I was gonna put you guys against each other again, power making, because I knew you guys were going. I knew if Brandon won, he was taking you. So. Um, She's great. I was really surprised because I did offer her a deal. When fire making it, I was like, I'll let you take the puzzle. I'll take the endurance. We fight it out live. She didn't take the deal. I put it out there for her. So, I had to fight to win both of those comps and earn my spot. But she is absolutely amazing. Great competitor. Made some big moves. Would have been a real threat to possibly win this game at the end. But I would have taken her 100%. I do love Adrian, and I hope we can be friends when this is over.
I also absolutely adore Adrienne. I only met her for the first time in this game. And then, like halfway through the game, Topher, my husband, signed us up for a duos game. And lo and behold, it's the game that she freaking hosts. I had no
Hmm.
idea. I also had no idea that game was even starting while this game was going on, or else I wouldn't have agreed to start playing it.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, I'm having a great time in that game as well. And she is just such a joy to be around, just so sweet. And I love all of the conversations that we had. I didn't get to get on a call with her because I suck. I hate calling. If there's one thing you need to know about me, I will avoid calling with you if I
I
can.
thought you just didn't like me.
No, I just hate calling. I don't know why. And that's usually my downfall in games is not getting on enough calls. But anyway, Adrian is just so sweet and like, I we didn't connect on really a game level until like the later part of the game. But as the game went on, I realized she was somebody that I we had like similar goals, I feel like, in the game. So we ended up connecting a lot more. And I'm really grateful for that. And I'm really, really glad that I met her in this game because she's just so sweet and just an absolute princess. I love her cast photo so
I was about to
much.
say, the picture's iconic. Like
Like so
100%
iconic.
iconic.
Yeah, she's iconic. And that's the best word to describe Adrian. She is just simply iconic.
Anything
Look at
else
that.
left? Oh, go ahead.
Look at that pose. I mean, it says it all.
Queen. Like literally obsessed.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say about Adrian?
Yeah, before I could get on a call with her, my first like introduction to her personality was like we messaged not much, and then one morning she just started sending me these voice memos, and she was like, "I'm looking for my headphones." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Is Adrian high?" That's
Oh
because
my
who she
gosh.
is. Like, I guess didn't know. I loved it. I loved it
But
so much. And
such
then
a
she did
great
like a Shrek impression. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
yeah, her personality is just like it's so like deep and I mean she can bring the personality out of someone if they don't have one. That's how strong her personality is. She is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's all we have to say about Adrian, we will stop there, and that's everybody. Jay, I will turn it back to you.
Yes, I offer this up. If you guys want to, I have a separate season. If you guys want to say nice things about each other, you're absolutely welcome to.
Eh.
Uh I mean I do love you. I do love both of you guys. Me and Brandon, I feel like I had a stronger connection with Brandon. Obviously, we did work together. Brandon, me and Brandon were on the same page for the maybe the last 4 to 5
I was gonna
rounds.
say we didn't talk a word of game until after Dan
Right,
left, and then we
right,
got on one call, and yeah, we
right.
just
Yeah,
locked in.
yeah. We were super locked from there. I trusted Brandon 100%. I'm thankful to be sitting here with him. Jen, obviously I love you. Great player. We just never were really. I mean, you were kind of in the same boat with me as far as like Mike. You voted me, I voted you, but obviously, like you're here, you deserve it, just like Brandon and myself. Great player, great personality. We just never had we wasn't ever working together in the game, but I definitely appreciate you
And
and
I think like even like being on like this call, it's like there's no stakes anymore for the three of us. Like we don't have to worry about voting each other out. So it
mhm.
feels like so much less
I
pressure.
agree, I agree.
And I have been enjoying it a lot. And this is what I was just saying before, of like me not getting on calls is like it's like a problem for me. I get
Mhm.
very anxious, especially one-on-one calls. It's, a personal thing that I deal with. But I think if we had the opportunity to get on calls, like we probably could have uh, connected a lot more because I really think that you're an awesome person.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So are you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'll start with CJ. Yeah, nah, we like we had like I felt like we had good personal talks, but yeah, up until Dan left, like literally, we didn't talk a word of game. And then AJ was like, "You should really like connect with CJ. Like he is playing the game." I'm like, "Okay, let's hit it up." And then from then on, yeah, we were talking every day. We were having long talks. Like, especially, I really appreciated when you gave me the heads up, me and Shanice the heads up that Michael was coming for Shanice. Like, that meant a lot. And from then on, I'm like, yeah, me and CJ are riding together. But no, you're a great dude. You're very funny. Like I've really enjoyed playing with you, and it's yeah, just been such a fun time. And yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow night. And Jen, we like yeah, you were actually I think you were the last person in the game who I started talking to, and then literally it was 2 minutes before the tribal dentist went home. I called you and I thought I was doing you a favor. It was like I just want to make sure you're in the loop. Like the vote's going on CJ. Oh, tribal starting, but we'll talk later. And then Dennis went home, and I was like, oh, Jen totally thinks I just lied to her. But no, that was the start
No,
of
because
like,
that's I had been hearing. That's all I hadn't heard Dennis's name once that
yeah, no,
round.
same. And then that was the start of a beautiful, working relationship.
Yeah,
We
for
played
sure.
together very well.
Hmm.
After very few interactions, I saved you over Jody because I felt like I could trust you, and I was able to trust you for the whole game. I loved playing with you. I felt like we always had very honest conversations,
I
and
agree.
even after I voted for you when Shanice went home, which I felt bad about doing, to be clear. We were able to talk it out, and yeah, like I was clear with you. I was like, I'm going for Michael. Like that's what I'm gonna do, and even though you didn't vote for him, like you didn't stop me, and I tried to keep like when I make like a direct promise, I tried to keep it, and I promised you I'd save you in the safety chain. I saved you, and at final four, like you're the only person I really talked to about fire making. I was like, yeah, I think it's gonna be immunity and then fire making, and I was like, if I win and if you win, like let's promise each other we'll take each
Hmm.
other, and yeah, I stood to
Yeah,
that word. But no, it's been such a pleasure playing with you, Jen, and getting to know you. And I
agree.
hosted Topher and Power Grab, and he's such a funny dude. So I was like, I'm sure this is gonna be fun. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited to sit with both of you. I really am.
yeah. Yeah. And I enjoyed getting to, I mean, like again, Brandon, like I feel like we like knew of each other
Yeah.
from the community. We just never met before this game, like formally. So it was really awesome finally getting to know you more and like literally like I might even apply to Power Grab now, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead when you're done eating.
Listen, I got hungry. I
It
had
happens. It
I don't
happens.
know where how
You'll
to
need
eat
our
really, but
11 o'clock snacks.
yes, exactly. But that was Rites of Passage for Final Three. So hope we all enjoy this after the season and everything. And yeah, we'll close it out. Kevin, stop recording.
Yes, we will see you guys tomorrow.